Hello, everyone, aka Science is proud to bring you Storytime with Mr. Matt. Today, we're going to be reading Flipflopi, How a Boat Made from Flip-Flops is Helping to Save the Ocean, by Linda Ravine Lotting and Dipesh Pabari. Illustrated by Michael Makira Mwangi. Today, Juma was going fishing with Babu Ali. They walked down the dusty road in Lamu, Kenya. Well, Babu walked, Juma ran alongside him, kicking a plastic bottle. As they neared the beach, Juma noticed something. Looks like a million different colored fish have washed up on the beach. He ran ahead to look more closely. They're flip-flops! Babu frowned. At least this plastic hasn't ended up in the belly of a fish. Juma started picking up flip-flops and other plastic waste. Babu stayed in the shade and watched as the plastic pile grew. Juma looked up and saw a flip-flop washing in on a gentle wave. It looks like a small boat, he said. Babu smiled. One day, Juma would become a master boat builder, just like his father and Babu Ali. The sea was the life of their Kenyan coastal community, but every day their waters were being threatened by plastic pollution. Plastic straws, plastic shopping bags, plastic bottles, even plastic toothbrushes. So there would be no room for the fish in the ocean, or worse yet, the fish would be poisoned by the plastic. We can make flip-flop boats and race them, Juma said. Babu chuckled. What an imagination you have. But then he paused. Or we could make a big boat for people to sail all the way to Zanzibar. How can we do that? Asked Juma. We could melt down the plastic and use it to make a dhow boat. At least we can make something useful with all this plastic. Yes, yelled Juma. Picking up a plastic straw, he drew in the sand. The keel, he said, pointing to the long line he had just drawn, and the hull and ribs. Babu picked up another straw to add more lines. By the time they were done with their sketch, a small crowd had gathered. Babu and I are going to make a boat out of taka, said Juma. Laughter rippled through the group. Now that he had said it out loud, Juma wasn't so sure. Would they really be able to make a boat out of all that plastic trash? If anyone could, it was Babu. The next morning, Juma and Babu went back to the beach. But instead of their fishing rods, they brought a big net bag to collect flip-flops and all of the taka they could find. By the end of the day, Babu said, the good news is we now have less plastic trash on the beach than yesterday. And the bad news? Asked Juma. Babu surveyed the ocean. There is so much more out there. We can't manage on our own. Juma had an idea. He asked his friend Hassan to help. Hassan asked Aisha, and Aisha asked Abdi. Aisha hauled over a bag full of plastic. Look what I caught today, she said. They all giggled. As word of the flip-flop boat project spread throughout Lamu Island, more people came to help. They ebbed and flowed throughout the day, combing the beach for miles, collecting plastic trash. They were excited by the idea of turning the plastic pollution into something useful and beautiful. When the sun dipped behind the horizon, Juma looked at the pile of plastic. It's as high as Mount Kilimanjaro, he said. Juma thought they must have enough plastic now. He wanted to go fishing with Babu. Still not enough to make a boat, said Babu, but tomorrow even more trash will wash ashore. Babu shook his head. After a few more days, they had gathered nearly 10 tons of trash, the size of 5 beach huts. It was time. Babu Ali asked other boat builders to help him. Juma, Aisha, Abdi, and Hassan helped too. They melted down the plastic and used it like wood. They hammered, sanded, and glued. The most fun was making the skin of the boat. Juma and his friends overlapped and glued together hundreds of sheets made of melted flip-flops. Pale pink like watermelon flesh, blue as the Lamu sky, and green the color of mango skin. Just like the scales of a rainbow fish, said Aisha. Finally, the day arrived when they would launch the boat and see if it would float, or sink. At dawn, Juma and Babu walked the dusty road to the harbor. Juma's tummy felt like an ocean of fish flipping and flopping, but Babu looked as calm as the sea. The islanders gathered at the pier. Juma held his breath as the boat's engine sputtered into a full-blown hum and the boat puttered out of the harbor. They cleared the tip of the island, and Captain Babu raised the sail. Just then, the wind picked up, and like a big exhale, Flipflopi was on her way out to sea. Juma waved at the joyful crowd. When the cheers faded, Juma turned to Babu and said, "We did it! We're done!" Babu surveyed the shore and then squeezed Juma's shoulder. "No," he said, "we just started." And Juma understood. "But first," said Juma, "let's go fishing." This story is based on the true story of Flipflopi, which was launched in September 2018 from Ali Skanda's boatyard in Lamu, Kenya, in Africa. Crowds and media from all over the world gathered to see this beautiful, colorful dhow boat head out to sea. It was the first sailing boat made entirely from plastic waste. To make the boat, approximately 10 tons of plastic waste, all collected from the Kenyan coast, was melted, shaped, and carved by the boat building team exactly as they would do with wood. The skin of the boat was made with 30,000 recycled flip-flops. The next adventure is already underway, and an even bigger boat is being designed from recycled plastic that will voyage around the world. The boat will dock at ports along the way to teach people about plastic pollution with the simple and colorful message that we need to get rid of unnecessary single-use plastics. Flipflopi shows us how plastics can have a second life. As they say in Swahili, kila kiru inawezekana. Everything is possible. You can learn more about Flipflopi here at www.theflipflopi.com. Ocean pollution. Ocean plastic pollution is when plastic ends up in our oceans and our beaches, where it shouldn't be. This pollution damages the ocean environment, sea animals, and humans. In fact, one garbage truck's worth of plastic is dumped into our oceans every minute. Experts think that by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in our oceans. But there are a lot of ways you can help keep our oceans clean. How can you help? We need to stop using single-use plastics. These are the kinds of plastic items we use only one time and then throw away. Things like plastic straws, forks, knives, spoons, water or soda bottles, and plastic grocery bags are all examples of single-use plastics. Here are quick tips to reduce your single-use plastic pollution. Use a paper straw or reusable version instead of plastic. Pack sandwiches and snacks in reusable containers or cloth sacks instead of plastic bags. Use reusable bags for shopping rather than plastic bags. Have your ice cream in a cone rather than in a takeaway cup with a plastic spoon. Drink out of a reusable water bottle instead of a plastic one. Always recycle the plastic that you have to use whenever possible. And never leave it on the ground. Plastic left on the ground often blows into streams and rivers and eventually ends up in our oceans. Get creative. Reuse plastic items whenever you can. Together, we can protect our beautiful planet. Glossary. Babu, grandfather. Dhow, sailing boat. Taka taka, garbage or trash. Ton, a metric ton. We hope you enjoyed Flipflopi, how a boat made from flip-flops is helping to save the ocean. Thank you for joining me for Storytime with Mr. Max.